Yeah, that's an interesting story because I'm convinced Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. I'm not a
Really?
Yes, I am.
What makes you convinced of that?
Oh, well, I have a whole chapter on it, and we can get into that in a second. But the twist about it, where it seems like there was something up, was that President Johnson was worried that if it looks like there's a conspiracy afoot with the Cubans or the Russians, that could lead to a nuclear exchange. So we don't want the American people to think that this is some kind of vast conspiracy of the Russians. So we can avoid war.
Have you gone back and forth on that at all, or is it just something you've always believed?
No. Before the Oliver Stone film, I hadn't really given it that much thought. I thought, well, the Warren Report seems pretty thorough, but who knows? What do I know? And then the Oliver Stone film, which floats every conspiracy theory there was in one package. And I thought, well, if 10% of this is true, seems like there was something else going on. But then there were web pages posted of like, here are all the mistakes in the film, and here are all the counter arguments. And then I read Gerald Posner's book, The Case Closed, about the life of Lee Harvey Oswald and why all the evidence points to him. And then Vincent Bugliosi's book, Reclaiming History, which is like 1,500 pages long, and it dissects every one of the hundreds of conspiracy theories. There are something on the order of 140 people have been accused, and a couple hundred organizations have been affiliated with the JFK assassination. The problem is that there's no convergence of evidence to any other one than Lee Harvey Oswald acting alone. And all the evidence points to him. So it's not impossible.
All the evidence points to him.
Massive amounts of evidence, right. And so now we're supposed to get a new tranche of documents.
But they're not. They won't release them. They keep stopping the release of these documents.
This worries me because that makes people suspicious, as it should. And so
But wait a minute. It worries you because it makes people suspicious, or it worries you because it points to their withholding information because that information looks bad?
I would love to see the information, and I would change my mind in a heartbeat.
What are your thoughts on the magic bullet?
Okay, the magic bullet is not a magic bullet. It's a single bullet theory. That is, what it's usually rendered as is Kennedy and Connally are sitting like this, back.
Oh, I'm aware of all of it.
Yeah, right. So the bullet doesn't have to go left, right, and so forth.
Kennedy was elevated.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So if you draw a line straight back to the 6th floor window of the book depository building, the bullet goes straight through his back, out his neck, into Connally, through his arm, into his leg, and so forth, in a straight line.
Well, the only reason why they had to come up with the theory that one bullet did all that damage. You know that, right?
Well,
do you know why?
Well, I don't know. Go ahead.
Because someone was hit by a ricochet in the underpass. And so they had to attribute all that damage to one bullet.
Right, that's right, yeah.
But there's more in Connally's body. There was more pieces of bullet than were missing from the actual bullet itself. Mm-hmm. Did you ever look at the actual bullet itself? Have you studied it?
Yeah, I have a picture of it in there.
Yeah, I know a lot about bullets.
Yeah,
and one of the problems about bullets is there's never been a bullet that's gone through bone and shattered bone and gone through two different bodies and came out looking like that. Well, that looks like a bullet that was shot into water.
It is deformed, though.
It's slightly deformed, but every bullet that leaves a gun is slightly deformed. That indicates even more so that it didn't hit anything. When bullets hit things, they deform. That's the whole purpose of making bullets like that. These bullets are designed to shatter things and expand upon impact, and it creates more damage.
Well, hollow point bullets are.
Sure, but all bullets are.
Yeah.
Hollow points even more specifically, but all bullets are designed to expand upon impact.
Right.
Even rifle bullets that are copper, because in California you can't use lead bullets anymore because condors and a lot of other birds of prey, they eat the lead bullets and they get lead poisoning because like if there's an animal that gets shot and the hunter doesn't recover it and then the condor or something else eats that, some sort of a raptor eats that, then they get lead poisoning. But bullets expand and they break up. They don't look like that. That bullet was found in Connally's gurney, which is like so ridiculous. The idea that, oh, look, we found the bullet here. It just managed to magically fall out of his body and look pristine.
Okay, 80% of the ear witnesses heard 3 shots.
Yeah, but
and
witnesses.
The first shot missed.
But witnesses.
Well, yeah, but okay. So
that's just asking people what happened. If you talk to witnesses after 9/11, they said they heard explosions.
Yes, right. Yeah, right. Exactly. So again, it's a probability argument. It's not black or white.
But the probability of that having gone through bodies is very low.
Well, I don't know
Almost
if
zero.
you've seen those tests where they shoot the bullet through the foam stuff that mimics a human body and so forth. And
Yeah, but that's
it does
gel.
get deformed like that.
That's ballistic gel.
Yeah.
Ballistic gel is not bone.
But they have shot it through pigs with the bone and tendons and ligaments
Doesn't
and
look
muscles
like
and all
that.
that.
Never looks like that.
Well, anyway, there's good shows on this.
No.
And-
It never looks like that. There's no evidence of bullets hitting bone where they come out looking like that.
I don't know, Joe. Are you sure? Because I'm
am
pretty
sure.
sure it was it was either Nova or National Geographic that did this and replicated it, shot it right through a body.
No, I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They looked deformed. The bullets looked deformed. They were bent up.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your counter then? Where
I think
where's
Lee,
the fourth
I
shot?
think Lee Harvey Oswald was involved. I certainly think he was involved. And I think the possibility of a conspiracy is high. I do not know whether or not Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. I think Lee Harvey Oswald was most certainly a part of it. But when Lee Harvey Oswald was captured, when they were talking to him, he said, "I'm a patsy."
Yeah.
I'm inclined to believe he was a patsy, but I'm also inclined to believe that he had knowledge of it. He was there for probably a very specific reason, and they were probably setting him up. I think there was probably multiple people involved.
Yeah. Who's the they?
Who is the they? That's the question. Is it the CIA? Was it the mafia? Were they upset because he turned on them after they got him elected? Because there was a conspiracy to help him get elected. The mob was involved in getting JFK elected. Was it the people that were upset because of the Bay of Pigs incident? Was it the CIA because he wanted to disband them? Who knows? I think there was a lot of people that John F. Kennedy upset.
Well, that's true for every president, though. But the ones that don't get shot, then no one pays attention to that. How many people hated Trump or Nixon, especially?
Right, but we're talking about an actual murder. You're not saying to say it's true of every president is fine, but we're talking about a president that was murdered. And you look at the people that may have had some sort of a vested interest in getting rid of him.